Welcome back to another beer review of 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. You might hear the wind chimes there in the background. Got the door open. It's kind of a summery day. I've just been out in the garden, so I thought I'd reward myself after a lot of gardening with a nice beer. This one is a classic beer. Some people in England have very, very strong opinions about this beer and the brewery it's from. It's from England, first brewed 1928, 4.3%. And it's from the cuddly family brewer Wadworth, and it's 6X. I've never had it bottled before, but I have it on cask. I've had it on cask quite a few times. Now, this is an interesting one. It's been going for a while. It's one of the beers that kind of survived through the real ale sort of desert in the 70s and went through, and is still being sold today. There's lots of Wadworth pubs out there. So the reason why it's called 6X, there used to be one called 2X, 3X, but now it's Wadworth's best-selling beer. I don't think they're making any of the other X's yet anymore. So it uses all British ingredients. It uses pale malt, crystal malt, a little bit of cane sugar in there in the mash tun, and then it's 85% Fuggles hops and the rest are Golding hops. So it's proper English hops. Apparently they use oak apparently there's a third ingredient called oak as well. It says Wadworth still maintains its own cooper and selected pubs serve 6X from wooden casks. So I've never been in one that has. I've only been in had them from the usual cask. So let's have a look at the design first. Wadworth have changed their design recently. They've gone for a much more modern design. The other one's sort of classic. One in the book is still the classic design. They've gone for kind of bright, modern font. Same with the actual Wadworth font. It's all gone from being from serif fonts to sans serif fonts. So there are no kind of curves or anything. Crafted amber ale, traditionally brewed. Handcrafted devices for over 80 years, this timeless amber-hued beer is distinctly full-bodied and eminently drinkable. The nose is malty and fruity with a balancing hoppy note. This delicious malt and fruit character emerges even more intensely on the palate with a long, lingering malty finish. So nice they put some tasting notes on here, that's quite fun. Not many beers do that these days. So let's crack this open, I'll read the tasting notes from the book. I think I managed to buy this in the supermarket for £1. It was on offer or something, so if it's rubbish, it's only cost me £1. Although I kind of know what it's going to taste like, because I've had it on cask quite a few times. Okay. This is one of the beers I call sort of one of the quintessential English bitters. So let's read out the tasting notes while we have a look at that beer. This deep amber beer exemplifies the malt profile that defines most of Wadworth's beers. Malt fills the aroma and then leads into bittersweet taste. So let's look at it. First of all, it's proper copper coloured, real English bitter. Nice thick head on there. There's like even amount of bubbles, not tight. They're sort of medium-sized bubbles, and that's sort of drifting down a little bit. That's what you'd expect. Let's go for the aroma. It should be malty, and it is really, really malty. Like it always smells like that smell if you were into a brewery itself, or like if you were near a brewery, you'd smell the malt in the air. It does smell like that. It's this bittersweet taste which is joined by slightly perfumed raisin fruity notes with hops building the dry and bitter yet malty finish. Right, let's go for the taste. Cheers. It is a quintessential British beer in terms of the bitter. It is malty, it's quite light. There is a bit of, in the aftertaste, you do get a little bit of that raisiny, which you get from the different malts they use. And I think I quite like Wadworth 6X as a beer of its style. It's not something which I go out my way to find or to drink, but I'd rather have this over Doom Bar, for instance. I know some people would disagree with me there, so that's an interesting one. But it is an interesting. It's good for its style. I say prefer it to the Wadworth IPA, which is like a really light, under 4% beer. Not really an IPA if you ask me, but that's by the by. This is the beer we have. So, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's I wouldn't call it refreshing or quaffable. You know, I've just been in the garden. It doesn't taste refreshing. But it is of its style. It's an amber stroke sort of bitter. Say traditional English bitter, although this one has does have that kind of extra bit of sort of slight fruity taste on top of the malt, and I do quite like that. So must say, in bottle, not bad. I've had it on cask a lot. Bottling, actually slightly nice in a bottle, if I'm honest. It's quite a pleasant drink. Nice one to have on a Sunday afternoon, which is where I am right now. Nice and easy drinking. I can just do this while I potter around in my house. So I'm going to leave it there. Tell me what you think of Wadworth 6X. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you hate Wadworth as a brewery? I want to hear what your thoughts are. So comment on the video, like the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you again for another beer review soon.